Yo, what's up? It's J2O, man. You already know we out here for another week of a forecast. Let's see how the market is looking for June 7th to June 13th. So this week coming up should be interesting since this past week was straight crazy movements, crazy swing moves. So hopefully we get that this week, but we'll see what's happening. First thing we do here, we check the Forex Factory to see the news events. So let's look at Sunday, June 7th. You can see there's a bank holiday for the AUD. Not too much going on for the volatility for the JPY pairs. And using bank holiday, you can assume the pair for trading that pair probably not going to have a lot of movements. So this is FYI. And now let's look at Monday. So Monday we see, some news events. I like to look at the red folders that shows like high impact expected. So we had the ECB president speaking at during New York session. And let's go on to Tuesday. So Tuesday is pretty all fair. The news is all low impact. So no crazy, movements you will see in the market. It could be like a nice smooth trading day for Tuesday. And then you have Wednesday, and you see a lot of news, especially a lot of red folders of high impact, especially during New York session. Usually FOMC statements, the federal funds rate causes crazy movements in New York session, so be careful trading around those times. So it's an FOI, and you have the CPI M&M, core CPI M&M, so usually it's going to be some movements for sure. So Wednesday, expect a crazy day trading with the USD pairs. And we open the folder, see details about the news events and like why traders care. Just read that. And now let's go to Thursday. So Thursday, okay, we get some orange folders like medium impact. That's around New York session. So New York session is probably going to be interesting during Thursday. And then we have Friday. Friday we got nothing too crazy, just like New York session for real. The premium Yomi consumer sentiment. So this week, hopefully it's a swing week. So far nothing too crazy, but like Wednesday, I will say, for news events. And we'll see how this week plays out coming Monday, because Monday usually the markets try to like figure out and trend. And lately Mondays be like trendy a certain way, and it kind of holds for the whole week. So now let's look at the charts. Let's start off looking at the cryptocurrency XRPUSD. So right now I have the 4-hour chart. And basically, looking at the 4-hour chart, let me see. For this week, obviously, right now we're near a strong support area. As you can see, there's a lot of wicks here. So for this week, I'm seeing the market for XRP push up to test this area here. This here is a strong resistance area. So I see the market testing this area, and if it breaks or break up and potentially retest here before it skyrockets up, or it might just finally come up and test this area, bounce back, and then drop back down. So that's a potential move for the week. And if it tests this area, it can either come back up, because this area looks like we're consolidating, or it could, come back down, break down, and we have a little downtrend. So let me look at the daily chart. So each candle's a day. And as you see, there wasn't that many big movements last week trading cryptocurrency. So I don't expect to be any crazy movements this week for cryptocurrency. So now let's go to US30, the Dow Jones. This is a 4-hour chart. So Dow just went straight uptrend last week. So the question is, will it continue to go uptrend? So let's look at the 4-hour chart, which is this right here. Right now, the market ended like that, so I have a potential resistance. So the market could come back down and hit this trend line and bounce back up and then go back up for the uptrend. Or the market could just come down, break up, and just keep going back up for the uptrend. So let's go to the daily chart. So as you see where we at in the cycle, the this pair has been trying to reach this top area. So right now we basically testing this area. If we break this area, you can expect it to rise back up just like it did in the past over here. So that being said, you can expect an uptrend because right now the economy is doing good. There's like over 2.5 million more jobs. Things are getting better. People are going back to work. Businesses are opening up. So that's why the Dow's going up. But due to corrections, many people are feeling that the correction is coming soon. So the correction is coming soon. It could happen potentially around this area where it could potentially come back down, test this area, and then come back up. So be on a mindful and checking this area over here, because if it tests this area as support, it'll come back up and then it could break and just go back up for the uptrend. So that's just an FYI. And now let's look at gold. So gold been dropping. Usually US Dow and gold are inversely related. If US Dow's up, gold's going down. And right now it's playing out like that. So gold is on the downtrend right now. And right now it's a 4-hour chart. So for this week, we could see it potentially going back up just to come back down. If it doesn't break this support area, this resistance area, will come back down and then expect a downtrend. Or we could see price potentially just drop down and just drop boom, 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 boom. Or we could see price, if it does come back up due to like, Sunday opening and stuff like that, or / Monday, and if it breaks this area, we could see a correction up to here before it drops back down. But I don't think that's going to happen. I just see overall going down. So let's go to the daily chart. So right now, if you look at the daily chart, you can see, yes, it's a downtrend. We can see it potentially coming back up before it's dropping back down. Because as you can see, it dropped down, came back up, dropped down. So it could potentially come back up before it drops down. If it breaks this red line here, we already know it's going to be a big drop. Because there's like a strong area of support. If it breaks this area, we already expect a sell-off. So just let you guys know, keep that in mind. And now let's look at AUD. So AUD for our chart. So AUD just was straight on the uptrend, just going straight up. So what we could expect this week, potential swing move. We can see right now is again exhausted. So it can potentially come back down before it goes back up and it breaks this area, it keep going back up. Or if it decides to open above here and it'll test here as support and then skyrocket up. So those are potential moves. But if it breaks this area here, let's say it comes down and it breaks this area here, we see potentially a downtrend. If it breaks this trend line, breaks this area here, we can see a downtrend. So those are the moves right now for AUD. And now for GBP/USD, so this one went all the way up. So it caught people out who was expecting this pair to rise up. So right now, we can see it potentially coming back down a little bit to test previous support and rise back up and go for an uptrend. But if it comes back down here and breaks this area, then we can expect potentially a downtrend. But let's go to the daily chart. Let's check the daily. So, wow, I got a lot of lines on this chart. So if you look here, March, this is like Corona time. So over here during March, the Corona hit, so the market just dropped. So now we're getting better. So market's trying to come back all the way up here to try to correct itself. So that's why you see price coming back up on the daily. But the candle ended with exhaustion wick. So you can see the momentum could be slowing down. So you could see push up before it comes back down a little bit. But it seems like market is trying to get back up to this area. So right now it went up all last week. So it could potentially go up still, but due to momentum, we got to see how the market plays on Monday. After Sunday open to Monday, when the market decides on the direction before it drops down or whatever the case is. But this has been like a nice swing move last week. So hopefully it's a nice swing move again this week coming up. And let's go to GBP, JPY. So this pair pretty much been up all week long. So this week coming up, I expect it to potentially, right now, it could potentially come back up, test the area before it drops back down. If it tests the area, it could either come back up, or if it breaks the area, it'll come back down. But if it doesn't, it could go up and test the area and then skyrocket back up. Because that's what it's been doing all last week. So just pay attention of how it reacts around this area, this price area. This 139.331, this 139.331 area. See how the market tests that zone area. See if it's gonna go up or break and come down. And we go to the daily chart. You can see this pair was straight rising. Like I said, this pair probably is trying to come all the way up here. But we got some ways to go. So right now it has exhaustion wick. So it could potentially, this is all like support and now there's a resistance area. So it could potentially play around with this area before it drops down. Or if it plays around this area and uses as support, it'll just skyrocket up. So pay attention to this area to know the move for the swing for this week coming up. And now let's look at Bitcoin. So just like XRP, Bitcoin is pretty similar at times. So we could see it, right now it's rising. We could see it potentially go up, test this area, come back down, and then if it goes back up, we'll see if it hits the 1032 area. But right now it's slowly trying to rise up, as you can see, with this trend line. So let's look at the daily chart. So Bitcoin can be random at times in how it moves. Some days it's like barely any movements, and then some days it can be a lot of movements. So you just gotta be mindful. Right now it's kind of like consolidated to the upside a little bit. So there might be a breakout soon coming this week, or it could potentially like slowly break up or potentially break down. Or breaks down this zone area. If it breaks down this area, expect a downtrend. So this pretty much concludes trading. What I see for this week, this forecast. I know a lot of people potentially may had a good week last week. It was a new week, so you just got to reanalyze the charts and look at supply and look at resistance and support areas and see if it's respected, and use that as a guidance to know the overall direction or potential swing move for the week. So just like, comment, share, let me know what you think. You already know we out here.